Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ms. Pearl here with your lovely science lesson on force. Not your space force, not your cool force, not your hyper force, not your pearl force, your unbalanced force. So today, I'm going to put those thinking caps on. All right? And I want everyone, put those big brains on, activate. I want you guys to gather around, all right, in your houses. I want you guys to think, what ideas come to your head when you think of force? What? It could be anything. I even gave a few examples as I started. What do you think of force? All right, today, you have about 30 more seconds. I'm going to give you a total of 60 seconds. So just come up with those ideas. And I want you guys, we're going to investigate. We're going to describe an unbalanced force. Okay? Acting on an object that changes its speed or direction of motion or both. Oh no, force. All right. So get those ideas. Get those thoughts of force. We're going to use them all throughout our lesson, all right? So don't worry, by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to describe an unbalanced force acting on an object, changing its speed or direction. Now I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it. I'm sure you will too. So let's get started. Now, force. The definition is very simple. It seems very powerful. The definition is just a push or a pull. Push or a pull. Push, pull. That's all. Just a push or a pull. Simple. Fun. We do it to each other. We do it when we're like, no, I don't want you. Get away from me. Push away. Or, hi, let's be friends, and pull them towards you. Or, when you're hungry, you want to push through the line to get the food, or you're pulling things that you put on your tray. Or, let's think about how much time you push food into your mouth. These are all funny examples, but they're all push or pull. It's very simple force. Push, pull. All right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, then we have force. It's just a push or pull. What do you think an unbalanced force is? Get those ideas in your head, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to show you. So me, I've got 2 strong arms. You know, Ms. Pearl, super strong, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be using my right arm to push on this and my left arm to push on this. I'm pushing. Am I moving it? Is it doing anything? Is it changing? No, it's not. It's just staying there. And my arms are getting tired. So this is a balance force. That means there's no outcoming force onto it. Okay? This is just force. It's just balance force. Nothing's going to move. I am a little bit clumsy. It might fall. But it's not going to change. Equal force. I'm putting on equal sides. Now, let's think of something a little bit different. Now, you have Ms. Pearl, 5 foot of power, force. Now, let's think of someone that's way bigger than 5 foot. Can you guys think of someone? I can think of 1 million people. Probably 1 billion. All right, so let's get those ideas. Who do you think is bigger than you or me? All right. Do we have those ideas? Okay, good. All right. So, I want you to describe this person to me. So, I picked The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Mr. Maui himself. Huge guy, right? Huge. I bet I'm the size of one of his muscles. Way bigger than me. So, if The Rock and I were going against each other, pushing this, do you think I would win? I I'd like to think so, but we know I won't. All right, so that would be an unbalanced force, okay? I want you to get those pictures of those big basketball players, a football player, rugby star, soccer player. Pretty much anyone bigger than me would have more force. Okay, they don't have the pearl force, but they have more force than me if we're pushing an object. Or pulling. 100%, I'm not going to win tug of war, but it'd still be that pull or that push. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, an unbalanced force is, think of those as not equal people. Okay, think of it, kindergartner, super tiny, and then senior in high school. Big difference, right? Big difference. So those are the images I want you to have in your head. Think, it was small and big for your unbalanced forces, or just one-sided. If I have this and I'm just pushing it along one side, it's going to move. And it's going to change its speed versus here, it's still one-sided, it's going to move. Now, this is just wood. What if I move this? A little bit small, a little part of Thomas the Tank Engine. This is Alfie. Now if I'm on the floor and I want to push this, and it's rolling, it's going to go faster than if I'm doing this and staying still with the balance force. Okay? It's going to go zoom. No, probably not. But the idea is great and funny, and that's what I want you guys to think. You have this object, and you are pushing, and it's changing its speed, and it's going faster because you are putting your unbalanced force on it. You are that unbalanced force. You are coming at it. You're going to push it away. You are making this, okay? So you're standing here, getting ready, and you're going to push this car across the classroom. Whoosh! You put that total force behind it. And it's going, and it's going, and it's going, and it's going so fast. Let's say it's going 30 meters. Oh my God. And it's gone 30 meters in 5 seconds. Wow. Now let's go back. We found out our force, but now we're going into speed. What is speed? Well, let's go back. Let's think. Speed. Now let's think of when you are in your car. All right. Are you driving? No, probably not. Your parents are. And they have to go certain distance in a certain amount of time. They got to get you to baseball practice. They got to get you to choir. They got to get you to all these things. So they're driving. Okay? And they have 20 minutes to get you 30 miles. All right? So distance are 30 miles. Over time, it's our 20 minutes. And then that's how we find our miles per hour. All right? So that's our speed. And when we come for our unbalanced force, we're in science. We think metric system all the time. So miles per hour, out the door. We now think kilometers per hour, meters per second. All right, which we've gone over already. You guys know this. You guys have this in your heads. You're amazing. Got those big brains. All right, and you know that we use meters. You know 100% we use kilometers. All right, so we're pushing, and you figure out your speed. And you know that we're going down a straight hallway. So you know the direction is going to be straight. But what happens if we are pushing this little truck down a curved path? Okay, the hallway turns. Do you think the car will turn? Quite possible, yes. It'll go with the curve. Now, will it change direction? Yes, because it's no longer going straight. It's now changed direction. All right, so it has now changed. And do you think with that curve, do you think that it might change its speed? Let's think. You're driving on the highway with your parents, and they have to get off the exit. And you see on the exit that there's a lower speed limit. So you have to slow down because you're going on that curve. And that's why you slow down as you change direction. Your speed changes because you don't want to fly off. So let's think about all the things where you are going super fast. Think about those roller coasters from our potential and kinetic energy unit. You're going on those roller coasters, those loop-de-loops. You have to change speed and direction. How fast you're going so you don't fly off. I don't think any place in this world would have amusement rides if the people kept falling off. All right? So we are thinking of our car as we're pushing that unbalanced force. It's changing direction as it's turning down that curved hallway. And then it's going to change speed because now it's going like this instead of straight. So instead of straight, it's going curved. So it's got to change. It's got to make sure those wheels stay on the ground. It's got to make sure those place stays there. It's got to make sure it goes. Because remember, you put a lot of force into that. And it's going to keep going until it gets stopped. All right? So you guys have this. So we got our force. We got our balance force where we're pushing and we're the same size. You know, one side is equal, one side is the other. All right? Now, our unbalanced force. Pushing or pulling. Okay? So this is our investigation. We've tested it out. We figured that just like any roller coaster or any car, when we are turning, we need to slow down a little bit so we don't fall out. It's a little bit easier with this type of car because nobody's riding in it. But if we're riding in it, if people are riding in a roller coaster, we don't want them to fall out. So that's how it changes. Those unbalanced forces actually acting. Another unbalanced force is acting it as it turns. It's acting as it slows down. The friction, all that. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, you guys have just been able to see the full description. Okay? So now, I want you to take your cars, whatever you can find that rolls, even a toilet paper roll, cup, soda, candy. I'm not gonna lie, Skittles can roll. And I want you to take it and put some force behind it. Nothing crazy. We're not going to be pushing your family car or whoppers. You're just going to watch it roll. You're going to put a little bit of force on it and watch it roll. All right? And I want you to just investigate, observe, look at all the changes. And you might have to do it a few times, and that's why scientists do at least 3 times. All right? So gather all your information. Now remember, you're doing as many times as you do it. I want you to record everything, okay? And see if you can measure that speed. You know how far it's going. You know where you sat. Measure it out. And then, guess what? Use your watch. Use your stopwatch on your phone, anything. And calculate the time so you can see the change in speed. Now, we can first start off straight, and then you can start off curved. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have fun, and I can't wait to see you guys do this. All right, I look forward to seeing all your observations, investigations, and being able to describe these. Goodbye.